Hey everyone, Mr. Sujano here. In this video we're talking about PlayStation 3, 8Bitdo, and more. Let's get started. Alright, we'll kick things off here talking about PlayStation 3 emulation on PC with RPCS3. RPCS3 just got an update you may be interested in. So today, RPCS3 tweeted out, improvements to GPU performance on weaker hardware were added. This change can result in a massive speed up in games such as GT series. A lot of people like performance improvements, and a lot of people like performance improvements on weaker hardware. So this is kind of a win-win. Now this change is available as of RPCS3 version 15302, and they're already on version 15307. To pick up the latest and greatest version of RPCS3, head to rpcs3.net and click on download, and it's right there. Next up, we're talking about Emulicious, a Java-based emulator for Game Boy, Game Boy Color, Sega Master System, Sega Game Gear, and MSX, and also MSX2. And Emulicious just got a brand new update. Now, I'll drop a link to the full changelog in the description below, so feel free to check it out. At a high level here, there's a whole bunch of bug fixes and one very interesting point. Reduced input latency with gamepads. So if you use a gamepad with Emulicious, well, it's going to respond a little bit quicker for you. Next up, we're talking about a brand new game for the Amiga. It's called Doomed Castle, and a demo's out now, and you can pick it up right from the description of this video, which I will link to in the description below. I'm guessing you probably know what game this is based on. In my opinion here, this is pretty impressive for the Amiga. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Next up, this is a quick one, and arguably pretty niche as well. If you play Bomberman on the NES and you want to have some fun with passwords, well, a password generator has just been uploaded to ROMhacking.net. I'll drop a link to it in the description below. You can generate passwords to your heart's content, but you do have to manually enter them into the game. Moving on, and we're talking about 8Bitdo, or 8Bitdo. We've had this conversation before, and I'm probably going to keep calling it 8Bitdo after Nintendo. Anyways, here 8Bitdo is introducing a brand new controller, one that I think a lot of people are going to be looking forward to. So here's 8Bitdo's take on the NEOGEO controller. It will be wireless, either 2.4G with the included dongle or Bluetooth. You can also use it wired. It'll be compatible with Windows, Android, and also the NEOGEO Mini, and I'm assuming stuff like the Raspberry Pi as well. It's up for pre-order on Amazon for $35 for the base version, but if you want a character edition, it'll set you back $40 overall. In my opinion here, this is a pretty interesting offering, and I'm curious to see who's all interested in this. Let me know in the comments below. And before anyone asks, it says right here in the listing, flawless remake of the original click-style joystick. 8Bitdo redesigned and manufactured the no longer produced classic click-style joystick. All important details have been captured and remade. The clicky feel, the sound, the feeling of the original. And there's even a full teardown right in this listing. Now, I've got a lot of faith in 8Bitdo on recreating this joystick, and it's not unwarranted. I mean, I've done teardowns of their controllers in previous videos, and they've done an excellent job in recreating the SNES D-pad in their controllers. They even did a better job than Nintendo did when Nintendo remade the SNES Classic Mini controller. The D-pad in the 8Bitdo was closer to the original than Nintendo. And speaking about replicating stuff, well, if you like Dark Souls, you can now play Dark Souls Pro Skater. Kind of. Anyways, here someone has made the Dark Souls world into, or modded it rather, into Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, and I think this looks great. Now, in fairness, these mods have been out for a while. It's just for some reason the tweet has gained a whole bunch of popularity. If this is your first time seeing it and you're interested in possibly modding Tony Hawk's Underground 2, I'll drop the link to a couple of pages here in the description below that may be of interest. Moving on, and we're talking about Pokemon, and today Pokemon decided to open up a whole bunch of community forums. And they went a little bit sideways. So a number of people decided to troll these forums. At least I hope they're trolling here with a whole bunch of random posts. For example, which girl would you tickle torment? Which Pokemon is the hottest? And, well, I'm just going to stop reading these. Taking a look at the posts in the forums now, and it does appear that the forums have been cleaned up quite a bit. I'm assuming the mods have been hard at work trying to keep things under control. Next up, we're talking about The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, and this game was just updated to version 1.2.0. We've got some bug fixes and also a brand new feature you may be interested in. It says by starting the game from within certain articles released on a specific Switch news channel, players can receive a number of in-game items. As exciting as this update may be, I am still on version 1.1.0 because I like duplicating items. I think that's way more fun. Let me know your thoughts about this patch in the comments below and your thoughts about this new feature in the comments below. Last up here, we're talking about Devil May Cry Peak of Combat heading to Android. Now, videos of this game have already surfaced on YouTube, and you can search those if you want, but you can pre-download the game if you want as well. It says here there's a global open beta available for 5 weeks on Android devices. As a fan of Devil May Cry, I'm hoping this game isn't going to be some microtransaction hell, and if it's not, I may give it a shot. I'll drop a link to the Google Play Store in the description below and feel free to check it out. But anyways, that is all I've got for you in this one. Straight to the point, all stuff and no fluff. We talked about a bunch today. Let me know your thoughts about absolutely any of it in the comments below. If you like this video, leave a like. If you didn't like this video, leave a like. Hit that subscribe button, check out my other videos. Don't tempt fate, save your state.